Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx. And it seems like All Elite Wrestling is making some big moves for 2022. It was announced today that beginning January next year, AEW Dynamite will be moving to a different station. It will have a new home. And in its place on TNT, we'll have AEW Rampage. We'll get all of that news to you in this broadcast. We'll break down what this means and also talk about AEW Dynamite, which premiered tonight. And honestly, I thought the show was very entertaining. Very good way to hype up the next pay-per-view, which is looking stacked. Like stacked. We might talk about that first, just to get it out the way, because quite frankly, even though I enjoyed tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite, not really much else to get into, to talk about. So we'll knock that out first, then we'll get into the big news of AEW on TBS. Also, I do realize I'm up here just a little bit early. I want to get the crowd time to come in, to settle, to relax. So welcome to all the lovely fans out there. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at @AlyxCentral. Also give me a follow on Instagram. Donate using PayPal, Patreon. Super chats are on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. You can also email me at Alyx'sWorld@gmail.com for business inquiries and just to say hi. Buy yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt. But don't forget to get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America t-shirt made by It's J Knox and Firestar Heart. Fresh out the box. Stop, look, and watch. We got ourselves a sponsorship. Let's get to it. Today's video is sponsored by Amazon Music Unlimited, featuring 70 million songs and thousands of expert playlists. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can listen to any song, anytime, anywhere, on all your devices. Smartphone, tablet, PC, Fire TV, and even Amazon Echo. Today, if you sign up using the link getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, you'll get a 90-day free trial that you can cancel at any time. Following that, you'll be paying a small $7.99 that includes no ads and no interruptions. Take advantage of this opportunity today using getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, in the description below. Alright, let's say what's up to the live chat. Of course, show some respect to the moderators, Firestar Heart, Elias Demi, Ultra Shout 97, and Godzilla Hawk. And I see some super chats already here. You know what? Let's play them. Let's get these super chats the airtime that they have deserved.
What time you will review AEW Rampage Friday at 10 p.m. with Smackdown review?
I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe I'll end up pushing the review back an hour and a half and just do a double review of AEW Rampage and Smackdown. But I do think it's very smart that they're doing this after Smackdown and not during. And we'll talk about that in just a second.
dusty voice. AEW is moving to TBS, the superstation, the mothership, baby.
I can't do a good Dusty impression, but yeah, I can hear that in my head when you said that. All right, as I said, let's give some shout outs here. Hello to the following people, you lovely, lovely wrestling fans who made me a part of their day. TrueFire 901, King Creativity Super, the LOE, Jamarcus Williams, Christopher Carter, Epex Gamer 25, Anthony Hwatt. I don't know why I said it that way, but I like it. Anthony Hwatt, Richard Atkinson, Sonic Artemis 117, who is showing up a lot on all my live streams. Thank you for being a consistent viewer, all of you. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs, Adam Ritter, Taryn Jones, let's see, Ashley Greer, Crowder. Did I say the LOE? I think I already said LOE. Well, if I didn't, you got two of them. Ray Perkins, HS. Of course, you have Spinosaurus and Senpai Boone, who you already knew were here because they donated. They already got their airtime. Did I say? Let me be sure. Did I say Joseph Winters? I think I said Joseph Winters. Did I say Pikachu Black? I don't think I said Pikachu Black. All right. Well, again, the early crowds here. Early bird gets the worm. Emerola 408. Well, here. Tell you what. I might just come back to y'all when y'all start filing in. Again, I'm a little early, so it's gonna get bigger as I talk about this. So thank y'all for being here, making me a part of your day. I also realize that I have other podcasters who are live at this time. I usually don't go live around this point, but I got things to do, guys. My schedule is packed. So I'll just eat it. If it's a small crowd, hey, y'all can watch this at any point in time. No one's complaining about it. So again, very quick Dynamite thoughts. I took some notes, and essentially I'm just gonna talk about the things that I like. Didn't necessarily hate tonight's show. I didn't think it was all that bad at all, as a matter of fact. I thought it was actually pretty good. I thought the match tonight was easily the women. Serena Deeb versus Red Velvet was a great match. I'll even say, for me personally, this was better than any women's match I've seen since WrestleMania. Yeah, seriously. Sasha and Bianca had a classic. Since then, not really much to talk about when it comes to the women in terms of WWE. But then we go over here to AEW. Whew! Serena Deeb and Red Velvet toe it up. And I'm super excited about Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida. That is going to be a hell of a fight. So, great stuff. It's always good to see the women tearing it up. So show them some love if you get a chance to. If you haven't seen the match, I really highly recommend you go watch it. Serena Deeb gets the victory over Red Velvet, who looked great. I might get heat for saying this. I don't give a shit because I'm always saying how I feel. Serena Deeb reminds me of Bret Hart. A female version of Bret Hart. There's a certain level of psychology to her matches. Every match looks and feels different, which I like. It's not just push a button, replay a move. No, it feels like a sport. It feels like something fresh that we haven't seen before. If you've watched any or all of Bret's matches, every match is different. He doesn't do the same shit in every match. He might do the same moves, like the sharpshooter, of course, but you'll never see him do the same things in the same spot. Every match is different. Every match has a different finish. Some days he'll beat you with the sharpshooter. If he does beat you with the sharpshooter, it's in a different way. Some days he'll beat you with a roll-up pin. I like that, though. I really do appreciate that Bret Hart's matches are unique and different in every way, because then you want to watch his matches more. It's great storytelling on his part. Serena reminds me of that. Every match she has is different. She is on a whole new level, another level than most women's wrestlers. And quite frankly, I'm wondering why they never put her on TV. Because Serena Deeb used to work for WWE, Straight Edge Society. And she was working on NXT, but as a trainer. I have no idea. I have zero idea why they didn't use her as an on-air talent. She's killing it. So, I really enjoy her matches. I thought that was a great match between Red Velvet and Serena. Christian Cage and Matt Sydal had a really good match. Of course they did. It's Christian Cage. I think Christian might be the best... How do I put this? In terms of the men, I was going to say he's the best storyteller. I won't say he's the best worker. The best worker is still Omega. Has always been Omega. I don't think anybody can outwork Omega. And the closest person to Omega is Pac. Those two are monsters. They're insane. They can go for hours. Days, even. In terms of storytelling, I think Christian might be number one. He might be the number one storyteller in the company right now. Like, his matches, the way he's able to put his opponents over, even in defeat, that takes a certain level of talent, man. You can't just do that with anybody. So, yeah, Christian, honestly, I hope Christian does win that, what is that? Ladder match, the Casino Battle Royale. The Casino Battle Royale. I hope he wins that. He probably won't, but he should, because he's really good. The main event was okay. Look, as much as I appreciated that Brian Pillman documentary, and I really, really like Brian Pillman Jr. I see that kid doing some great things, and I say kid, he's not that much younger than me, but is anyone else just kind of raising an eyebrow at this Varsity Blondes tag team? I'm just trying to figure out, like, so where are you? Are you like some football jocks? You got yourself a cheerleader who was cute, but this gimmick's weird. I don't know how I feel about it. They haven't done any vignettes, haven't established them one bit. The only reason he got this main event was because of Brian Pillman's documentary, which is fine. I'm trying to figure out, like, why should I give a damn about the Varsity, I was going to say Varsity Villains, Varsity Blondes. I know it's a playoff of the Hollywood Blondes, Varsity Blondes, Hollywood Blondes, but the Hollywood Blondes did segments. They had characters. You understood what they were all about. I don't quite get the Varsity Blondes. It's just weird. Football jocks, high school jocks, like, do y'all get women or something like that? They should do some segments with them. I don't know what's going on there. It was a fine match. Young Bucks tried to make them look better than what they really are. I didn't really give too much of a shit. I already knew they wasn't going to win, so it was what it was. Young Bucks ended up beating them and then getting attacked. They got attacked by Kingston and Moxley, who beat the Acclaimed earlier in the night. And that line by Max Caster told Jon Moxley, hey, your girl is all up in my mentions. She hit me up for some oral sessions. I was like, bruh, you woke up and chose violence today. And as you can imagine, Moxley beat the fuck out of him. But as a result of winning that match, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston earn a tag team championship match against the Young Bucks at the pay-per-view. That's going to be a hell of a match. Can't wait for that. I think Hikaru Shida took on... Was it Rebel? Or Reba? Yeah, she took on Reba. And she beat her ass. Now, I gotta say this. I wasn't going to touch on this too much. I'm definitely going to talk about this again in my preview and predictions. Can we update that women's title? It looks puny. Especially after seeing Britt Baker hold it up. I'm like, okay, like, that title looks like it's for a child. Let's get a bigger belt for the women. Seriously, that belt does not look good. The more I look at it, I'm just like, Let's get a different belt. I'm trying to think about what other stuff was on this show. I think I covered all the essentials. You had some promos with, of course, the Pinnacle and the Inner Circle about their match at the pay-per-view. Basically, it's going to be a Stadium Stampede match, and if the Inner Circle lose, they have to split up. And right now, Inner Circle is 0-1 at Stadium Stampede matches, so Pinnacle has the advantage, if you ask me. Oh, we got a cameo from Dean Malenko. That was nice. I noticed that during the Pinnacle promo, when they were eating at a table, they were all annoyed. They all seemed annoyed at our boy MJF. And there's a side of me that's thinking, you know, and I've said this before, I've always thought the Pinnacle should have been Cody's stable anyways. What if the Pinnacle loses at the pay-per-view next Sunday and they end up dropping MJF for Cody? Something to think about. Because after Cody takes care of Mr. Britain here, the evil villain from Britain, one of Rita's monsters, make my monster grow! Because that's what Anthony Ogogo is. He's essentially a weekly boss from Rita that the Rangers have to morph into, summon the Zords and defeat. That's what Cody's going to do with them. We already know. But after Cody's done with this, it looks like he has something else to do. And it seems to me that as time goes by, we are building to Cody winning that championship and fighting Omega. Now, he does that, he'll have to somehow get rid of that stipulation that he can't challenge for the world title, but something tells me he's gonna challenge for it. He's already calling himself the American Dream, Cody Rhodes. Oh boy, the American Dream, Cody Rhodes. Lord have mercy. But we'll see where that goes. I think for the most part, the show was fine. They had a promo between Miro and Lance Archer. Again, it's good seeing Miro finally getting some spotlight, holding the championship. And that match with Lance Archer is going to be fire, 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 fire. Hey. Yeah. So, if we're looking at the card as it stands right now, I don't think this is the full card. But as the card stands, we have the Casino Battle Royale. And I think this is a ladder match, right? Maybe. We'll see. Christian Cage, Matt Sydal, Powerhouse Hobbs, Evil Uno, Colt Cabana, Preston Vance, that's number 10. Jungle Boy, Matt Hardy, Money Matt, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy, Penta El, Cedro, Metal, Phoenix, and to be announced, somebody coming in that got released by WWE. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Maybe someone from Impact Wrestling. We got Hangman Page versus Brian Cage. It's the Cage versus the Page. We got America Cody versus Anthony Ogogo. Again, the weekly boss from Rita. Make my monster grow. We got the Stadium Stampede. If Inner Circle loses, they must disband. That's Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle. We got Sting and Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Pause. We gotta talk about that. Stinger is wrestling next Sunday. His first match back in 6 years. Wow. Can he take a bump? Maybe so. We'll have to see. I'm a little nervous. But yeah, it's cool to see that Sting is returning to the ring. Wow. Sting and Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. I'm sure they'll be doing the honors for Sting and Darby Allin, as they should. That's pretty dope. And I don't like the fact that they just kind of mentioned it. Like, oh, by the way, Sting's wrestling next Sunday. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Sting's coming back. That's a big deal. Why are we just... Oh, by the way, Sting's wrestling. What? Pause! That's a big deal. Wow. I'm so happy that he's wrestling. Hopefully he doesn't hurt himself. As I said, we got Miro and Lance Archer for the TNT title. That's going to be a crazy match. We got Hikaru Shida versus Britt Baker, which honestly could be the main event. They could actually book Hikaru and Britt in the main event, and I would love it. Low key. I don't think it will be. I think the main event's going to be the world title match, which is, that's going to be a match of the year candidate. That's Omega, Orange Cassidy, and Pac. Oh, that's going to be amazing. And then, of course, the tag team titles, the Young Bucks versus Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston, which was added tonight. So, yeah, that's a stacked card. That is a stacked card for your asses. Hopefully this pay-per-view can deliver the goods. The problem with AEW isn't the hype or the storytelling, because they're great at that. Hype and storytelling has always been great. The problem with AEW has always been delivering, especially those finishes. And I'll reiterate this next week when I do my preview for AEW Dynamite and the pay-per-view Double or Nothing. So let's get some super chats played, and then we'll go to the big news about AEW moving to TBS. Okay, you've got to talk about Kenny Omega, Pac, and Orange Cassidy tonight on AEW Dynamite. Dymantic. Oh, that's why it didn't say it. Dymantic is not a name. Dynamite. I don't really remember that segment. Wasn't like Orange Cassidy ripping up a piece of paper? Okay. Y'all want me to talk about that? Okay, listen, I'll say this. I think Omega doesn't get enough credit for how good his promo skills are. He is really good. He's great on the microphone. The guy can sell anything and put anyone over. That's talent. And he can make you care. There's only a few people in this world that can do that now. It's not a lot. So, yeah, like, promo skills are on fire. I'll probably have more to say about the match in my preview next week. But that segment is alright.
Never thought I would see this day, can't wait.
Man, that's just the cool thing about all of this. And if I can just go ahead and get to what you guys are here for, which is hearing me talk about this great move to TBS. I think this is easily, in my opinion, one of the smartest moves they've done. And let me tell you why. So, first off, the relationship to WCW is remarkable. It's unparalleled. Because just like back in the 90s, WCW had two shows on TNT and TBS. The one on TBS was WCW Thunder, and then of course the one on Monday was on TNT. That's pretty awesome. I love that they're keeping that relationship. That's dope. But let's just read the article here. I have an article that I can actually pull up, so I can get you guys some legit details. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Am I gonna go to Do I want to go to No DQ? You know what? We don't give too much love to Aaron Ripped, and Aaron Ripped has been showing my videos a lot of respect. So tell you what, I'm gonna get this piece of article from our boy on NoDQ.com, Aaron Ripped. And so here you go. Here's the article for itself, and here's what it says. It is a pleasure to be able to help Tony Khan expand his wrestling fiefdom. fandom, that's an interesting word, across our networks and bring more content to our fans that fits the Thrill Ride brand on TNT, a good time of TBS. It sees here, and it also says here, AEW will be moving to TBS in 2020, January 2022, excuse me. Not 2020, 2022. And in its place, on August 13th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, will be debuting a third hour AEW Rampage. Now, Tony Khan has spoken about this on the, what was it, Bustin' Open radio show? And he basically made the mention that the networks talked to him about going 3 hours. They were like, hey, you should just add an extra hour. And he's all like, no, let's not do that. Let's just do a different show and a different night, which is smart. And I like it. Let me tell you why I think this is excellent. This is a smart decision. First off, you're sending AEW Dynamite to TBS, which, let's just call it like it is. I think, what is it, like 90 million? It's in 90 million households. It is a great platform for wrestling. Has always been a great platform for wrestling. It was in the 90s. It was in the 2000s. It will be in 2020, the 2020s. And when you consider the fact that they're going to have another show, an hour-long after Smackdown, which is smart. I was a little worried when they chose Fridays. I was like, oh, of all days to choose this. And then they announced that it's after Smackdown. I went, oh, okay, that's pretty smart. It's kind of what NXT should have done. Imagine if NXT stayed an hour but only went on after AEW. Then you wouldn't have had to move. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, that's smart. So what they can do with that is, and we all know the real reason for this extra hour is to help put over the younger talent. You already know that all these people you see on, Elevation and Dark, which are bloated. Those shows are way too goddamn bloated. It really is. It's way too bloated. You need to take some of that, you gotta take some of that load off of those shows and put it on TV. So essentially, this is gonna be one of those taped shows. It's gonna be an hour long where the talent get to have that necessary crowd feedback that they had been missing, and also build new stars. And then what I actually like about this too, because one of my biggest issues with WWE, I have a lot of issues with WWE, with AEW is this ranking system, right? A lot of these talent go on these win streaks, and we don't see it because it's on goddamn AEW, Elevation or Dark, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, some guy is a number one contender for a title, and we're like, wait a minute, when did this happen? When did he become a number one contender? And they're like, oh, it happened on Dark. And you're like, God damn it, I guess I gotta go watch Dark. Then you go to YouTube and you see that Dark is like 2 hours and 30 minutes long, and you're like, oh no, sir, we're not doing that. I'm not watching no 2 hour and 30 minute stream for one match. It is way too long. So I'm happy that we're taking to TV now. We're taking the talents off of, I don't know if they're gonna take the talents off of YouTube. Maybe they'll still have Elevation and Dark, maybe, or maybe we're just taking away both shows, and we're just gonna add that extra hour. I mean, the fans are coming back. This is August 13th, right? So by this point, fans will be back. They'll be touring. They'll be able to put the wrestlers back behind scenes. I don't know about y'all, but this is exciting. You know, it's a show for the young talent. And then the main roster, which will be on TBS, would feature the ones who are stars. Would feature the ones who are already established, who are already drawing the ratings. So this is great. I'm excited to see how things go. I'm assuming the commentary team on Rampage will include The Big Show and Tony Schiavone. And then, of course, Jim Ross. And I think it's Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony will be leading the charge on Dynamite. Unless they add in someone else, which would be interesting. But yeah, like, this is huge. This is great. And for me personally, the one thing I would like to see as a result of this move, and this is just coming from me, I don't know how you guys feel about it, you can let me know down below or in the live chat. I really want to see more. I really want them to do a better job at playing up not just the ranking system, which is paramount, but playing up more younger talent that don't get enough TV time. Because what is one of the biggest issues we've been saying with AEW? Y'all got way too many people on this roster, and you don't have enough time to feature them. You're hiring everybody. Okay, now that you got that extra hour, you got that space and time to feature young talent. More specifically, your women. I want to see the women get a lot more TV time now. Like this week, they got like a good 20 minutes, and that was good. That's still more than they get on Raw, honestly, and SmackDown. But yeah, like, now we have that extra hour, we can see a lot more women, which I want to see. You got one of the most stacked rosters. There's so much you can do with them. There's no excuse why we gotta see the same people on both shows. Save Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston and the Young Bucks and Omega and all these other people for your main shows. And then all the young, new, fresh talent? Oh yeah, 1 hour after SmackDown. Let's go. Maybe every once in a while we'll get a Jon Moxley on there, but no, we don't need him on there. This is for the who's a young talent? The Seidel's. This is for the, I'm trying to think, like the Varsity Blondes. This is for them. That's what their show is for. And then as they move up in the rankings on that show, then they can start appearing on Dynamite. Now what you're doing is actually something NXT was supposed to be doing, funneling talent from a lower system to the higher system. Now you're establishing a hierarchy, which is very important. You need to have that. Everybody can't be on the same level. I'm sorry. I know we live in this generation where everybody has to look good, everybody has to look great, everybody has to feel important. But that's not how you get over your roster. We have to establish the superstars, and then everybody else just kind of follows behind them. And then as we build more superstars, everyone else falls in line. AEW needs to establish this hierarchy. And this is a great way to do it. It's a great way to do it, and I'm excited for this 1 hour. And it's a great place, too. An hour after SmackDown, you get that audience who got done it with SmackDown going straight to AEW. Man, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. And I actually like the fact that they get to keep both shows on two different networks. I love that we're keeping AEW on TNT and just transitioning their bigger show to TBS. That's smart, man. That's pretty smart. I'm excited to see what they do. I'm gonna play a couple of super chats before I continue my thoughts, because I see people, they commenting away. They are going nuts in this live chat. I see a few more people coming in as well.
Programming in the future. And do you think the move to TBS is of NHL?
I don't know why my voice is starting in the middle of things. How you feel about the Warner Media Discovery deal? Do you think it will affect AEW programming? No, I do believe part of the reason why they're moving is because of NHL. But also, you also got the NBA. I think the NBA is the bigger one. That's the bigger issue there. So they gotta get them off TNT to give them their own spotlight.
AEW Rampage will also be going to TBS in 2022.
Did the article say that? Oh, it did say that. Oh, okay. I missed that part. I was on the impression that they were keeping both shows on 2 different nights. Alright, I'm just so cool.
So I am really happy that AEW is going to be on TBS.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, something's glitching. My replay is glitching. I'm a big fan of 80s NWA and late 80s, early 90s WCW. I'm really happy that AEW is going to be on TBS. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's pretty dope. Wrestling has always been in the blood of TBS. It has a history there, so this is going to be a great switch.
Yeah, I don't think anyone watches Dark except for the hardest of hardcore AEW fans.
Yeah, so I don't know why
Tears of joy.
I don't know why my voice, the voice reader is starting later on the bigger donations. But yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you for your donations. I don't watch Dark. I used to, but now I'm just like, I'm happy we got that 1 hour on Friday. That should be pretty dope. We got money now. Okay, that doesn't want to read. Did you hear about that one NXT that was let go today? The one NXT. I heard a lot of people got let go. Are you talking about that referee? Yeah, screw that guy. Yeah, I'm happy he got let go, honestly, because he's a piece of shit. I wish I was the one to fire him. I hate him. But yeah, AEW is making some big moves. I think this is going to be great overall for the company. I don't really see a negative on this, honestly. Like, you go into a bigger network with more households that has a history with wrestling. You're going to maintain your audience because it's easy to access. TBS is not something you have to pay for. It's on all cable networks, so you're good. More than TNT. Yeah, good moves. Good moves all around. So give me your thoughts. How y'all feel about AEW moving to TBS? How y'all feel about Dynamite? Are you excited for Double or Nothing? I personally am really excited for the pay-per-view next week. One last thing to talk about, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to spend too much time. Let me switch to this. I'm gonna update this cover. I gotta replace Darby Allin with Miro, who's the new TNT champ. Apparently AEW not Dynamite. I gotta stop saying that. AEW Double or Nothing. They both had D's. Double or Nothing is gonna be in theaters. Did y'all hear about this news? I'm not joking. Matter of fact, let me find it on Twitter. They're gonna have AEW Double or Nothing in theaters. What is it, Cinemark? Let me pull it up really quickly. Here it is. This is the straight up press release from AEW. So let's come back with me over here, and we're gonna turn on the interweb. Right here, AEW has made a deal with Cinemark. Will be running in Cinemark theaters. Will air live in theaters. So I don't know about y'all, but check this out. You can either pay $20 to watch AEW in a theater, or you can pay $50 to watch it at home. I'm gonna say that again. You can pay $20 to watch it in the theater, or $50 to watch it at home. Who's going to the theater with me? Because I'm going. I actually have a theater 5 minutes from my house. I'm not. You out of your mind? Please. Please, I'm definitely going. This is so cool. That is smart, too. It's so convenient for me. I could be around people watching wrestling. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna actually go next Sunday to see this in theaters. I'm already fully vaccinated, so that's gonna be pretty cool. I think that's smart. Why hasn't WWE ever done that? Wow. How many of y'all going to, if you are going to see it in the theaters, let me know in the comments, because I really gotta get out of here. So thank you guys for watching. You guys are amazing. Leave me your thoughts down below. I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. Love you all. Take care. Peace.